Struggling with blood sugar swings? Do this instead. Hey guys, Diabetic Mike here. And if you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes like I was when I was 23, you know the struggle. Fluctuating blood sugars, fatigue, cravings, and all the dreaded yo-yo effects with your weight. But what if I told you there's one nutritional strategy that you could do to calm your cravings, stabilize your blood sugars, and help you hold on to muscle while shedding fat? Let's talk about why diabetics need more protein than the average Joe, and how it can actually help your body begin to heal. That's right, I said heal. First off, protein isn't just for bodybuilders. You don't have to be out there pumping iron in the gym. It actually is for everybody. It's essential for everybody, but especially for us diabetics. According to a study in the journal Nutrients in 2019, higher protein diets help improve blood glucose control. They reduce appetite and maintain lean muscle mass in people with type 2 diabetics. And that we've seen that more and more as the years have gone on. Secondly, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition also found that when diabetics increase their protein intake, it improves insulin sensitivity, meaning you need less insulin to do the same amount of work, and it reduces your hemoglobin A1C, which is your average blood sugar over 3 months. So if you see an endocrinologist, or maybe even your general practitioner, when you go in every 3 months, they're probably doing that test, your A1C, as maybe you've heard. So why does this matter? Protein digests slower than carbohydrates. Okay, so that means that you're going to have fewer blood sugar spikes. It also helps keep you fuller longer, so you have less temptation, less snacking, and maybe even less cravings. Also, higher protein helps to preserve your muscle mass. It's critical, especially if you're trying to lose weight, and if you're on a GLP-1 medication, you're going to need more protein than you actually think because of how the drug works. Now, most folks are told that you need to eat about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every day. Now, I know we're talking metric and it seems a little weird, but hear me out. Studies are showing that diabetics may benefit from 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which is nearly double of what it is for non-diabetics. So if you're about 200 pounds, which is right around 91 kilograms, non-diabetics would be needing 72 grams of protein per day. Diabetic friendly levels would be somewhere between 110 and 135 grams of protein per day. Higher end for men, lower end for women. Now, don't start slamming protein shakes without a plan. You need balance, and more protein than a non-diabetic is not just smart, it's strategic. And here's why. Where the rubber meets the road is if you feel like you're having to manage, we all have demanding jobs. I work at IT, high stress. Things have to be right and have to go right, and I'm sure your job is very similar to that where there's high stress, especially if you work in the private sector. You've got family, you've got work-life balance, which seems to be kind of a thing we toss around a lot, but there never seems to be any balance, especially when work is so demanding. And then you throw managing diabetes on top of it, and it's just hard to get everything you need done and then figure out what your body needs and to get all the nutrients that your body needs just from food alone. So I rely on daily supplementation of both food supplements and protein and vitamins and minerals. When I started doing that, it really was a game changer for me. So I have, again, my diabetic lifestyle change program that I got on really helped with that. It's really the backbone of that program, as it taught you have a higher amount of protein, lower amount of carb, and a good blend of good fats. That really helped me. So I found stuff that is plant-based, organically grown. The plants are organically grown, seed to supplement. They take care of all of that. They can tell you from the lot number on the packaging what plants were grown on what farms that they own that are organically certified, and they can even tell you the genetics of the plant. They track it that much. They're phenomenal. So you really do want your vitamins and minerals to be standardized so that you know you're getting what it says is on the package label. And so you're going to get the vitamins, the minerals, and the plant-based phytonutrients that you need. All the stuff that is in the plant that they don't know what it does, but because we eat raw foods at times, that's all the stuff that's there that we don't know what it does, but it helps our body. Second, I supplement with both protein shakes and protein powders. Protein shakes they're great because they're grab and go. To get the amount of protein in that I need, I can't eat a side of beef. I just can't eat like that anymore as I've aged. That's the thing. And I don't know if you're like that. I'm guessing you probably can't eat like you did when you were in your 20s, where you could sit down and eat an extra large pizza all by yourself. I can't do that anymore. I'm not one of those food challenge guys that can go out and eat a 100-ounce steak. I just couldn't physically do it. I don't know about you, plus all the sides. I've been watching this one guy. It's just, I don't know how they do it. I can't do that anymore. I just physically can't eat that much anymore. So the protein shakes, the protein powders help with that. The protein shakes are isolated whey, so they absorb better into my body. And again, there's very little sugar. There's 1 gram of sugar in a serving, and the powders that I use are all USDA certified organic because they're all plant based. So they're great. Again, lower sugar, all of those things that I need. It was a game changer, and it helped me to lose some weight, shed some pounds, and keep it off. That's the thing. And then one of the other game changers that I've added just here within the last year is a fiber powder. I was on the GLP-1 medications, and I really needed the fiber to help keep my gut healthy. And that's what that's what it does. That's what it's meant for. And not only that, it helps you feel fuller, and it slows down the absorption of sugar and carbs and glucose. As your body breaks down those carbs and those sugars into glucose, the fiber helps stop the absorption. That's similar to what having leafy greens does and all of that. And it's very similar. The GLP-1 drug simulates that, so you can get it using whole foods without being on the drug as well. You're just going to see, because it's therapeutic, you're going to see faster results with the drug, but you have to balance that. Does your pocketbook, your gut health, all of that, is it truly helping you? Plus, one of the side effects of GLP-1 is not just necessarily fat loss, but body mass loss. It's stuff you want to talk to your healthcare professional about and balance all that and see what it is that you need to do. You think hard before just jumping on the bandwagon because you saw it on a commercial on television. So here's a fun fact. High protein plus fiber actually improve glycemic control even more, according to the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism from a study they did in 2015. And it's not just about the supplements. It's about having a lifestyle change where you're not just making a temporary change, it's a permanent change to your lifestyle. You had a particular lifestyle of eating and ingesting things, and not that diabetes is totally about what you eat, but again, somewhere it is, and unfortunately it goes back to the standard American diet, which for years has become worse and worse, and we're hopefully going to see some improvement in that with what Health and Human Services is wanting to do with removing food dyes and chemicals from our food to be closer to what they actually have. To be closer to what they actually have in Europe and other countries where they actually have really decent food laws to counteract that stuff. Why do we need to have 50 different chemicals that you can't pronounce as ingredients in our food, that there's 5 ingredients in Canada and in Europe? That's one place I see where we could actually improve our health is through our food. Let your food be your physician. If you've if you're a Christian, you've read the Bible and you've read through that, you know that food is a very important thing, and that was how people healed themselves, was with their food. And we've gotten so far removed from our food that we don't know where it comes from, we don't know what goes into it, and we just have let others handle that, and we're paying the price for it now. And hopefully we can fix that here in the next few years. That would be great to help produce that and actually get more nutrient dense food so that we can be healthier. So I know this sounds really kind of overwhelming and all of that. And I've been there. I've been the guy there laying awake at night worried about my heart health because I do have cardiovascular issues from my diabetes. Worrying about my future, what's that look like? How am I going to be able to work? What if I lose my vision? All those what ifs. And what's going to happen to my family? How am I going to be able to take care of them if I'm not able to work? So if you've been there or you are in that situation and you're trying to figure out how you control your diabetes so that you have better control and want to have that, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, powerful changes consistently over time. That's the biggest thing. If you're just starting out, don't throw everything out tomorrow or today. Don't stop all the sugar. Unless you're the kind of person that's going to go cold turkey, it's just not going to work. And then you're going to fail, and then you're going to feel even worse because you couldn't do it. This isn't about willpower. Again, this is about discipline and doing small, meaningful changes every day that you can make stick and become a part of your daily routine over time. It took you a long time and a lot of money to get to where you're at as a diabetic. Whether that was poor health habits, poor eating habits as contributing factors, it's going to take you a minute to get healthy again. It's going to take money, it's going to take time, and consistent change. And if you'd like help with that, drop protein down in the comments and I'll let you know exactly what proteins I'm taking, what supplements I'm taking, and I can get you on to the lifestyle change plan that I have that's great for diabetics. So if you want to lose a little bit of weight, it'll help you do that. If you want to maintain what you're doing, or if you just want a meal plan that's easy, hey, this is the stuff that I can eat that will help me, that's great, and it's real food. You're not tied, like on some of those weight loss programs, you're tied to box food all the time, highly processed, and again, it's just not healthy for us. We're talking real food that you can eat every day. You can go to the grocery store and get it, and then you can supplement with really high quality supplements and high quality protein to help your body heal itself and to help you get better, especially if you're type 2 and especially if you're newly diagnosed. I know it's overwhelming, but drop protein down in the comments. I'll send you what proteins I use, what supplements I use. If you want information on my lifestyle change program for diabetics, we'll get you that information too. Remember, you're not alone in this. We can do this together, you and me. If you're getting value out of my videos, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow. I would love to hear more from you, and you've got a mission. Let's work together to help make sure you have the energy and the health to be able to finish it. We'll see you in the next one.